Royal news this week, Kate kicked Harry's ass. Meghan played a birthday prank. This week is all about the Cambridges on social media, so I'll start off by saying how wonderful it is for Catherine, Duchess of Cambridge, to be the new patron of the Rugby Football Union and the Rugby Football League. Well, the news is that it won't be official until October, but some royal patronages once held by Harry and his wife are being redistributed to the working royals, and these are two that Harry held for 5 years until resigning. The Duchess of Cambridge is keen for sport, so it makes sense for her to take this on. Have you seen rugby? Just one look at the winners in the Olympics was enough to make me realize how tough rugby is. Fiji won, and the way they sang their national anthem was wonderful. I could feel their pride in their country as they sang. The women's team did equally as well, and I missed the singing, but I heard it was fabulous. Onward to what Prince William and Catherine have been doing. They snuck away with their 3 children to the Isles of Scilly, which is where they've holidayed before. With the pandemic restrictions, it's tough to move around the world, so the family has found a way to get away from it all in Britain. We all get tired of our house, and William and Catherine must feel the same way as us. So they enjoyed time by the sea where the family was seen bike riding in the past. The islands are in Cornwall, and it's over a 5-hour drive from London to arrive at the ferry that takes passengers to Tresco Island. Nobody broke a story about the Cambridges' time away, but they haven't been seen for 3 weeks. Did they spend 3 weeks away, or was some part of that time spent at their country home, Amner Hall? We'll probably never know, but summer is the time to enjoy family trips away, and the Cambridge children are old enough to remember these special times away from the crowds and onlookers. After reading about HBO coming out with a series depicting Prince George's life in a cartoon, many people took to Twitter to condemn the show. I agree, as children should be completely off limits. We know George is a real boy living with Catherine and William, and as such he deserves respect and privacy. I hope HBO stops picking on an 8-year-old child. This world is getting to be unmannerly and rough, and I just canceled HBO in my house over this show. Poor George, he's just a boy. But his parents are looking at schools for the boy who would be king. Both Prince William and Catherine went off to boarding schools when they were 8, and the couple has been spotted looking at schools in the Berkshire area, which is where Carol and Michael Middleton live. It's tough to know when it's time to send a child off to school, but if they think he's ready, then Prince George will do really well at an excellent school. I wish them all well with their tough decision. This week marks Meghan's 40th birthday again. She and Harry were not invited to Barack Obama's big bash on Martha's Vineyard. So she'll either be having a huge blowout party for 65 friends and family, what's limited, with a naked cake and grazing tables, or Harry is taking her somewhere private, like Montecito, so she can relax for her birthday. As long as they're not spewing hate or lies, then I say well done and leave them alone. Harry is planning on 4 tell-all books who will say who killed his mother. Will he blame himself since Diana was heading back to Dottie's place to pick up the birthday present she bought for Harry? I doubt it, but I always wondered if he felt some misplaced grief over that. So many inquiries went into Diana's death, and it's been almost 25 years. Can she just rest in peace? Not when there's money to be made in her name. Poor woman. She was hounded in life, and now she'll be hounded in death again at the hands of her second son. I just think it's sad and maudlin, and nothing good will come of this. Just more misplaced hate, sadness, blame, and hurt. Why do this, Mr. Harry? Princess Anne is being her typical self and running, not literally, all over the country trying to see and visit as many places as possible. Anne is dedicated, and she's been making up for all that lost time during the pandemic lockdowns. Word is the Princess Royal will be handed the coveted honorary military title from Harry when he left Britain for good. Yes, it looks like Anne will be the Captain General of the Royal Marines. She is said to be keen on having this title, and it links to her dear departed father, Prince Philip. Princess Anne does so much for the monarchy, and I'm impressed by how dedicated she is, and her love for her mother and father too is evident. I think one of the reasons Anne does all she can is for the love of her country and family. I could see her being a great queen, though I know it can't happen. Anne rocks. I love her attitude so much. Prince Charles is taking lots of heat for not standing up to his son Harry, though some still claim that Harry is the love child of Hewitt and Diana. I don't believe that, but what if Harry actually does? That would explain his hatred for his family. He wouldn't have any real connection to Charles, except that Charles was always a decent father to Harry, and that counts for allegiance and loyalty, I hope. Well, I don't actually hope when it comes to the second son. I think he's burning every bridge back to Great Britain, and being a prince does seem awfully good. It's a good gig if you can get it. It's a shame Harry didn't realize all Meghan wanted to take him away from him. Now he knows, even if his therapist said he was trapped. Oh, to be trapped in castles with food prepared by chefs, clothing paid for and laundered, drivers to take one places, and security covering him. Trapped? I'd say the trappings were really good. Why leave? So Charles isn't very popular these days, and the man just cannot get a decent break. I watched this drama from afar, but it seems many people still remember Princess Diana, even though that wasn't how she was styled, but I'll go with it. People aren't keen on Camilla being a queen, and they believe Charles, as king, would make his longtime love a queen. I don't know why he can't do that, especially since his first wife has been gone for over 24 long years. We've moved past the Diana time. It's all sad news. I'll try to find some really good royal news. How about the Queen's Jubilee set for next summer? Queen Elizabeth II will have reigned for 70 years, and if that does not cause for a massive celebration, then what is? 2 bank holidays have been planned, and the 4-day celebration will be jam-packed with royal events. We will see the Queen on the balcony, and it's exciting to read about who will and won't be beside her on that glorious day. We'll know when we see it, and I hope her loving family is beside her. Sarah Fergie Ferguson is making waves these days. She's very outspoken as always, and it seems like Sarah wants to create some drama of her own. And Andrew might get back into the monarchy's good graces. They might marry, which is nice for them, but Andrew needs to stay out of sight. I hope Sarah Fergie pipes down a bit and enjoys her grandchild. She'll have another by this fall, so if Fergie wants to keep quiet and enjoy those babies, that might be a very good thing indeed. I hope it happens, since having Sarah in the news is usually a cause for discomfort. I hope she's ready for the life of a quiet, older royal woman. Unless one is the queen, the older royals fade away. Sad, but true. And the younger ones capture our attention. Prince Edward's family is going to spend an extended time at Balmoral with the Queen this summer. Edward's beautiful wife, Sophie, has grown close to the Queen, and it's thought that the family might stay on in Scotland for a longer visit this year. The Countess of Wessex, Sophie, would bring her 2 children along too, and they adore riding and country pursuits, so they'll all enjoy time away from home and with their grandmother. I think Queen Elizabeth is doing remarkably well, but it would be good if she weren't alone for long at Balmoral. The Cambridge family is also poised to make their trip up to see Granny Queen Elizabeth as well. Summer is often a time for visiting loved ones, and family usually tops the list. I hope all the children, including Andrew and Fergie, make it up to Scotland to visit the Queen. She's been strong since losing her husband, but having people around who love and truly support her is important. Hopefully, Season 5 of The Crown will be kind to the living people they are writing about. Hopefully, The Crown will stop airing fictional content about the royals, unless they focus on the nefarious deeds surrounding the pair that planned on defecting well before they left for Hollywood. Niceness is a good thing, Netflix. Get the sequel to The Haunting of Hill House instead. No cuties, just good, fun, scary shows. Bridgerton was fairly good. Well, it was sublime. That's all I have for now. It's high summer and the royals are enjoying moving around the country. It's time for family and holidays and togetherness.